Hello everyone, it's mmneme. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'll be drawing my forecast for the week of September 14th. As usual, I am pre-filming my videos because it just helps me to give myself more time to edit better, and I will actually be away, and by the time this video comes out I will still be away because I'll be traveling. So without further ado, let's see what the cards have in store for us this week. As usual, I'm starting with my cat deck, so let's see. And for our summary card, we have the Page of Swords. And at the bottom of the cat deck for this week, we have the Two of Wands. Next, let's draw from our Crystal Struck deck. So right now while I'm filming, there are severe weather warnings. There is a typhoon signal posted, so the lighting is a little bit fuzzy, not quite what I would have liked, but I have to make do with it. We seem to have slightly less Major Arcana cards for this week, so maybe all the chaos is dying down, but still we have to keep going. And our summary card from Crystal Struck is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And at the bottom of Crystal Struck, we have Temperance in reverse. To start off our week, we have the Lovers in reverse and the Ace of Wands. So the Lovers in reverse does not necessarily mean there's going to be breakups, but if you are in a business partnership, for example, you might have some negotiations that you need to talk with your partners with, or if you feel that this for you applies to your friendships and romantic relationships, it could just mean that you need some time on your own. And with the Ace of Wands here in particular, I see this as kind of like a fiery spark, or something is helping you regain a spark in your relationships. And if you're doing anything creative, this is a good time to start, because aces are really good signs of new beginnings. Next, we have the Knight of Pentacles, who has come out several times over my readings, and we also have the Six of Cups. Ooh. We have the Six of Cups in reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles here is, again, more mature than the Page if we're talking about court cards. And this is a good sign that you know exactly what you want when it comes to your financial or long-term goals. And in this case, I think the Six of Cups is kind of a sign that you, or whoever this applies to, that you're maturing. But again, it's good to have moments that can make your inner child happy. So I think in this case, maturing is just a part of life. So it is just a natural part of life. Moving on, we have the Five of Pentacles and we have the Six of Swords. So this card came up in the previous week. So the Five of Pentacles is kind of like my risk or no risk card, and paired with the Six of Swords, I think this is kind of like having to make a decision about something important, something that involves communication maybe, or it could be taking responsibility for some things that you've done. For the middle of the week, we have the Age of Pentacles in reverse and the Two of Pentacles, and because we've already had a few other Pentacle cards come out, this is probably a slower week for us, whoever this applies to focus on potential financial matters or anything involving a long-term project. And with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I can feel a lot of frustration. Even though what you have in front of you is what you want, you still have lingering feelings of dissatisfaction. And with the Two of Pentacles being paired with it, I think there are a lot of decisions to be made. As well as with the Five of Pentacles, should you be taking a risk? Should you be doing more, or do you want to play it safe? To end off the work week, we have the Nine of Wands in reverse and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So yes, you've built yourself a nice comfy wall of yarn around you, but it also helps to reach out to people if you are really in need of help. And sometimes shutting yourself into your room or cubicle doesn't always solve the problem. And with the Page of Pentacles in reverse here, this is also telling you to look beyond who you choose when people give you a helping hand, because like I've mentioned before with the cat version, even though someone is offering the cat a treat, that person might not always have good intentions. So just take a moment before you accept any help, and also take a moment to reflect and realize that shutting yourself in is not always the answer. To start off the weekend, we have Judgment and the Four of Cups in reverse, and I think Judgment and Justice, these two are quite literal cards, so you might have, again, an important decision coming into your life. There may be legal matters as well. This can sometimes apply to that, although this will depend from person to person. And with the Four of Cups in reverse, I normally see this as one of the anxiety cards. I can more or less feel that throughout the week, and hopefully whatever decisions you need to be made, you will be able to make them and not be too anxious about them. With Cups in reverse, I kind of see it as a literal representation of your emotions being poured out, being emotionally drained. So this might also be a literal reminder to hydrate yourself. I know I sometimes forget. Sometimes the cards have literal messages for you. To end off the week, we have the Nine of Cups, and we also have Death in reverse. So the Nine of Cups is, as you can see, it's a really nice partnership card regardless of its nature. So you might be spending some quality time with friends, family, and loved ones. And with Death here being a change card, I know that change can be scary sometimes, but there is a chapter that is coming to an end, and that is necessary for you to be able to start new chapters in your life and move forward. Our summary cards for this week are the Page of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And here with the Page of Swords, it's exercising caution, it's on its tippy toes. So with all the decisions I'm seeing that need to be made this week, you might feel that you need to do so in a prudent way. And with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, again, that links back to the Eight of Pentacles in reverse as well. These two are very similar. You may have tried to go towards a goal, but it didn't quite work out as well as you hoped. So perhaps the Page of Swords, being cautious, is reminding you not to be too hasty, especially when it comes to making a decision that could impact you in the long term or financially. So the Two of Wands at the bottom of the cat deck ties in very well with the decisions that I'm seeing. And like I've mentioned in previous videos, when this cat came up, this is the one that is most like a kissing to me out of the entire deck. So I think this is also reminding you not to be too rash when you make your decisions, and to consider the bigger picture as well, because there's a lot in the horizon behind the kitten that it might not be aware of. And with Temperance at the bottom of the crystal struck deck, this reminds you to have balance and not to commit yourself too much to one aspect of your life. And I've seen this come up before in previous videos where I saw a lot of burnout and overcommitment to work, so I think this is a really good reminder tying in with important decisions to be made to make sure that you are also taking care of yourself in your personal life and separating that from your work life. So that concludes my reading for this week of September 14th. As usual, all my resources are linked in the description below, and so is my Ko-fi if you want a more personalized reading, because this weekly reading is just for a general audience and I can't guarantee that everything will resonate with you specifically. Again, with these decisions, I hope that you go into them calm and level-headed, and I hope that the decisions will benefit you in the future, and I hope you're taking care of yourself, drinking water, and eating regularly. And until then, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next weekly forecast video if I'm not too jet-lagged. Bye!